guys, I'm here with my full tennis girl setup, which I borrowed from my mom. I'm going to show you. You see this little tennis ball here? It's blue and it's my favorite color. And we're gonna hit it towards you. Ready? Go. Hope it didn't get caught in your hair. So, we're gonna read a book that's called Clothesline Clues, 2 Jobs People Do by Andy Robert Davis. And I bring this book to you today because I want to talk about what your parents may be doing. And I want to know what their job is. Are they a doctor or are they a nice little painter? Do they paint exquisite, beautiful art or do they help people get healthy? I want to know, so do tell me down in the comments. Now, my example is my mom's favorite hobby is to play tennis. And so I've come dressed as a tennis player so I could present this book to you guys. And I'm going to read a couple pages in here and a couple jobs that people might do. And a couple jobs I think your parents might be doing too. So whether your parents might be a mailman or a mail woman, if it's your mother, or a firefighter, or so on and so forth, there's so many possibilities. Let's get right into it, shall we? Clothesline Clues to Jobs People Do by Andy Robert Davis. Ooh, let's start. Look at the clotheslines and see every clue. Who uses these things for the jobs that they do? All right, I'm gonna pick 3 different jobs for us to read, or maybe a 4th bonus one. Let's see. Milk pail in straw hat, overalls in blue, plaid shirt, bandana. What job do you think he does? All these clues. Maybe he's a lumberjack, someone who works with wood. He is a farmer. Interesting. Should have told with all the different animals. Or in this case, just a lot of chickens. Smock, barrette, and brushes. Paints of every hue. Canvas and easel. What job does he do? This one's pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's probably someone who works with paint, right? So painter. He is an artist. Look at all these gorgeous paintings he's made. My particular favorite is probably the pigeon on the left. I really like the artistry on that one. Let's think about this one. Heavy pants, helmet, wide suspenders too. Rescue coat, long hose. What job does she do? I think I already predicted this one from the cover. She's a firefighter, right? She is a firefighter. And like I promised, we're gonna do another one, a 4th one. But this time, I want you to guess. Uniform and cap. An invite for you. Big bag of letters. What job does she do? And I'm not gonna tell you this job, and I want you to leave it below down in the comments what you think this job is. Hey, it could be anything for all I know. So comment down below and I'll see if you're correct. And I'll tell you the answer next time. Or if you comment it and it's the right answer, I'll reply back, letting you know. What do you think it is? I have no idea. My bets are on that she's a witch or a wizard. You never know. And now I'm gonna tell you how to make a clothesline all for yourself. So let's go ahead and let's make a clothesline for this distinguished tennis player. Now, before we get here, I want you to go and get these 3 things. And one of them is a question to ask your mom or your dad. So let's go ahead with the materials. First, you're gonna need a pair of these, some wooden chopsticks. Now, they don't have to be wooden, but I would suggest they be one of these one-use ones that you can use and then throw away, because we are going to be using them to glue them down to the paper. So one of these, I'll show you for those who don't know. One of these that you can split right down the middle. Oh no, they didn't split right down the middle. That's okay. You're like this, and now you have a fine pair of clotheslines or clothes poles, whatever you want to call them. And then I want you to go ask your mom or your dad a question. What do you do for work? Or even better, what is your favorite hobby? Like for example, my mom's hobby is to go and play tennis, which is the clothes that I have borrowed right now, with my hat, her racket, and a little ball. Now, we don't really play with this one, do we? But it's a nice little decoration. I have the skirt and the shirt and the whole ordeal. Now, the reason I bring this up is because all of you guys are a little too young to have a job, but your parents are big and strong and they probably have one. So go and ask, what do they do for work? Or what do you do for work? Or what is your favorite hobby? I've come dressed as my mom's favorite hobby, and we're gonna try and draw the clothes that she goes to these hobbies with. And number 3, you're gonna wanna bring a sketchbook, preferably one that has white paper, because I don't know what clothes your parents wear to work, but they might have different colors. So we're gonna take these 2 chopsticks and we're gonna put them right on the paper. However you wanna place them, you can go ahead and do it. Mine is a little too long and they don't quite fit on the paper, so I'm gonna tilt them a little bit like so. And then I'm going to draw a straight line down the middle, kind of like this. And maybe if your job or your parents' jobs requires more than just a couple clothes, you might want to do a second line, but I think I can manage with just one. After all, you don't want to put this tennis racket in the washing machine, do you? I don't want to find out what happens if I do. So second, I'm going to think of all the things I'm going to draw. Let me really think about it. So first of all, a tennis player can be identified through, I'm thinking this pleated skirt that I was wearing and this shirt that I'm wearing right now. So let me try and draw these, right? So first of all, I want to draw the little clothespin pins that hang on this. So I can draw like little dots and then a little line as such to represent little clothespins. That's such a hard word for me to say sometimes. Clothespins. And in that way, I can have 3 different ones to hold 3 different items of clothing. First off, I'm going to try and draw my pleated skirt. I think I'm gonna need a second one for this one. So since my clothes are white, and according to Wimbledon rules, you have to always wear white, so I'm gonna adhere to that. And the paper is white. I don't think I need a lot of color for this one. Maybe I'll color my socks pink. And then I'm going to try and draw this pleated skirt. So I'm gonna do a little band down the middle, and then a nice, huge skirt, like so. And I'm gonna plait it down the middle. It's a lot harder than you think. Try it yourself. I wonder if any of our parents have the same hobbies. I don't know, and I hope they do, because I think that'd be pretty fun. So first of all, I drew my skirt, nice and easy, just like that. The second thing I'm gonna draw, I think I'm gonna stick with what I said. I think I'm gonna draw a pink pair of socks to go along with my white skirt. Luckily, I have a pink right here that I can use. So I'm gonna go like this and draw a pair of pink socks. I think these pink socks deserves to have red butterflies on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that too. They look like little hearts. I'm thinking of butterflies when I draw them. And then, what's the final thing that I could draw? Maybe this collared shirt? What's something that's really tennis-like? Maybe a pair of tennis shoes might do the trick, yeah? Let's go ahead and draw one pair of shoes. And I want to say that this one is hanging on just by its shoelace alone. Have you ever tried this? I haven't. I don't have any clothespins back home. And maybe this one is hanging up further down by the shoelaces, so it's clipped by the shoelace. And we go down here and the shoe as such. And a little hole for the feet. That way I have the skirt, the socks, and the shoes. What am I missing? I think I should draw a little tennis racket at the bottom so people have a better clue as to what this job is. That's a good idea. How about I go like this and a big circle. What's that? Doesn't quite look like this. What's missing? Yeah, the netting, right? The thing that really makes the ball go forward. I'm gonna say that the racket needs to have a rim and not just one line. It's gonna go across this way and then down this way. Wow. Now that looks a lot more like a tennis racket than before. And my mom always has this little rubber thing in the middle. I don't know what it's for. I think it's for good luck. So I'm going to say that my good luck charm must be pink. So I'm gonna draw a little heart here for good luck for all of my tennis matches. And that's kind of it. Now I have clotheslines, and if I show this to perhaps my dad, I think he'll know who I'm referring to. Our mom with a nice tennis hobby. I think you guys should do the same. And if you guys want to take this a step further, you can put some glue on the chopsticks and stick them down for extra good luck. I don't really have much glue on hand right now, so I'm just gonna say that this is my drawing for today. But if you guys have glue or even tape, feel free to stick them down. As always, thank you guys so much for coming along today. And I hope you guys have a great day of guessing people's jobs from what they have on their clotheslines. All right, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!